Hi guys, so welcome to today's vlog, and in the vlog I want to talk about pretty much whether you should get the Sony a6300 for vlogging, for daily use, or for only filmmaking. So I've been using the camera for about a month now and I absolutely really like it, but it is not the perfect camera. It does have a few things that Sony probably could have done with on the camera that make a big difference. One great thing above the 5000 series with these cameras, the 6000, 6300, 6500 that Sony has, is these cameras have a mic input. So that's a big plus on these cameras. The Sony a5000 and 5100 do not have a mic input. So that is a big problem when you want to record audio, you want to take input into the preamp so that you get better audio. Like right now I'm using the Rode Link, so I have a mic mounted onto me here and the receiver unit onto the camera, so it gives better audio, but you cannot do that on the 5100. So on this camera you have that. Now for vlogging, one problem that you will face is it does not have a front facing screen. So the problem with that is you can use an external recorder, but that really adds up to the cost for an external screen. A cheap one would probably cost you around 10 or 12,000 rupees. So that is a problem with the camera, that you do not have an external front facing screen. So that's one thing. You cannot turn the screen around. However, you can tether it to your phone and you can get great front camera viewing pretty much, but you need to download the app on the camera and you need to download the app on the phone, and pretty much that's how you tether it. So that's one problem with the camera. Its low light performance is great because the camera is known for its low light. It's known for how it manages its ISO at high ISOs and its grain at high ISOs. So that's great. I use a couple of really large aperture lenses like the Sigma 1.4 Contemporary 30mm, which is a great lens, and so you can work with low light. That's not really too much of a problem. The camera is great for low light. Its autofocus is pretty good because they've got the front autofocus, the phase detection autofocus, which pretty much can track autofocus in real time while your subject is moving, which is pretty good because for video you don't want to really fall out of focus. It is glitchy at times. Like I was recording this video yesterday where I couldn't see the screen, so the camera was sitting in front of me and I thought I was recording for a good 10 minutes and 6 minutes out of that was out of focus because I could not see it and it mistook the focus for something else. So yeah, that is something you need to look into. Apart from that, the Sony is a brilliant camera. The output is great. It shoots in 4K at 30 frames, 24 frames, which is pretty cool because so it's got those cinema numbers. You can shoot at a high frame rate at full HD at about 120 frames per second, and so that's pretty good because you can get some really smooth slow motion footage, and that's a really nice thing actually. So there's a lot of things that you can work with this camera. This is not a paid endorsement for Sony, but I used to use a Nikon D800E, which could not give me such huge numbers to shoot slow-mo, so I get much better smooth slow-mo now. That is one thing. I have the Nikon D7100. So these cameras cost a lot more than the Sony a6300, but the Sony a6300 gives you much more value for money when you look at it because you're getting a lot of features for one, and even though you're getting like a lot of features, the price on the camera is totally value for money because the features that you're getting on this camera, if you're looking for another brand, you're probably going to spend another 40 to 50,000 more just to get these features. Plus you're going to look at glass and all of that. So the lenses are a little limited compared to Canon and Nikon, but you can get adapters for your Canon lenses, and it all comes down to what you really need. So in that, saying that, you do have the ability to choose the lenses you need. Like you've got the 32, you've got the G Masters, you've got the E-mount Sony lenses, which are all pretty great lenses. So you do have that ability. So in my opinion, I've been using the camera for about a month and I really love it. It's got flat color profiles, which is the S-Log2 and the S-Log3. So you can pretty much color grade the footage to almost anything, that any feel that you want to create. It's got a lot of manual features, which is amazing. Now, if you're getting into YouTube videos and you want to shoot like just daily vlogs and you do not understand a lot of technical jargon about videos and how you need to work with lighting and how to work with shutter speed, aperture, ISO, and if you're finding that really difficult, you can also look into the Sony RX100 series, which are pretty much point and shoot cameras. They're great cameras, but it's just that they have a little less functionality for one, and there's no interchangeable lenses, but they're great cameras. They do an amazing job with video, and I think that's something that you can look into because they're pretty good cameras. But if you want a more technical camera, something a little consumer professional, then I think the 6500, the 6300 or the 6000 are great cameras. The 6500 has a touchscreen, the 6300 has 4K, and the 6000 ends caps at 1920 1080. So depending on what you require, I think you've got those three options when you come to the 6000 series. So that's pretty much my opinion on this camera. I think it's a great camera. There's a lot of potential with this camera that you can work with, and if you really want to get it, I honestly think that you can go ahead and just pick it up. It does get a little hot when you're recording over 6 or 7 minutes with 4K, but that's really not too much of a problem for me because when you're shooting short videos and you're shooting daily vlogs, you just want to record like a couple of minutes, like a 2-minute, 3-minute kind of video, and then do a cut and then record a fresh clip. So it's not really too much of a problem. I know a lot of people have been saying that recording and then you get heating problems has been like a big thing, but I haven't really found that to be too much of a problem when you're daily vlogging or you're into YouTube videos per se. So that's pretty much my opinion on this camera. I absolutely love it. I think that it's a great choice, a brilliant buy. And if you're looking at upgrading your camera from something like a Canon or Nikon, you're looking for something that has video capabilities for a reasonable budget of under 1 lakh, you have the 6300, and then you can pick up some 1-2 lenses like the 30mm 1.4 Sigma or the 50mm 1.8. You get a beautiful kit lens, which is a 1650, which is wide, and it has it caps at 50mm. It's a 3.5/5.6 lens with optical image stabilization, which is great because you get some really good shots when you're walking around. So I honestly think that after a month of usage, I can vouch that this camera is brilliant. And if you're looking to pick up a camera under 1 lakh, this is the most amount of value that you can get for a camera. I hope that this was helpful if you're making a decision on the camera you need to buy. If you like that, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel. If you're still watching the video, there's a huge giveaway that I'm giving of a stay in Goa at a waterfront resort for 3 days in Goa, and I will announce the giveaway tomorrow on how you need to enter. All you need to do is stay subscribed and you're in for the giveaway. More details up tomorrow. Thank you for staying subscribed. Thank you for liking the video. And if you haven't subscribed as yet, you've got to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye-bye.